Welcome everyone to Rustic Root Build. Today I will show you how I am building a sturdy wooden house or shed in this bone-chilling cold of the mountains, deep in the forest. In the entire video, I will explain step by step how I did each step from the earth foundation to the construction of the entire house and why these steps are important. Let's take a look at the first step of building my mountain hut. I dug holes where the foundation blocks will sit and filled them with gravel. Then, I used a heavy wooden stamper to compact the gravel, ensuring the foundation doesn't sink under the weight of the shed. To prevent weed growth under the shed, I laid down a black anti-weed sheet. I cut out holes for the blocks and covered the entire area with more gravel for better water drainage. To protect the wood from termites and rot in this damp mountain climate, I'm applying a dark brown preservative coating. I'm applying 2 coats to every beam and post to ensure the shed lasts for decades. I placed the posts on the blocks and joined the main beams using a drill and heavy-duty screws. The posts are notched so the beams sit securely in place. I installed additional floor joists horizontally within the frame. This increases the floor's strength and ensures the plywood boards won't flex or bounce under weight. I cut large plywood boards to size and laid them over the frame, securing them firmly to the beams with numerous screws. To ensure each wall stud is identical, I measured them and marked lines using a speed square. Then, I cut them with a circular saw to keep the frame height uniform across the board. I used the floor as a workbench to assemble the wall frames horizontally. I drilled pilot holes and secured the studs to the top and bottom plates with long screws. Building frames flat on the ground makes the process much easier. Once the frames were ready, I raised the walls one by one. I installed temporary wooden braces to support the walls and keep them perfectly plumb and stable. I framed the openings for the window and door. I used headers to redirect the weight from above the openings to the side studs, ensuring structural integrity. After aligning the walls, I used an impact driver to drive heavy-duty screws through the bottom plate into the floor beams. This anchors the house firmly to the foundation, making it storm-resistant. I installed the ridge board at the center atop the supporting posts. This acts as the highest point of the roof and provides a mounting point for the rafters. I then secured the rafters to both the ridge board and the wall plates. I maintained equal spacing between each rafter to distribute the roof's weight evenly across the structure. To create a small porch, I installed a sturdy support post and a horizontal beam. I used a laser level to ensure the porch height aligns perfectly with the main floor. I added diagonal braces to the wall corners and roof frame. This provides lateral stability against wind pressure and prevents the structure from swaying or racking. The wall and roof skeleton is now complete. The frame looks incredibly solid. Finally, I checked every joint to ensure no screws were loose, confirming a rigid structure. The prepared OSB boards are lifted onto the roof rafters and positioned. These boards carry the main weight of the roof and create a solid, flat base for the roofing sheets. Once positioned, the boards are fastened to the rafters using screws and an impact driver. This ensures the roof is tightly attached and prevents the boards from loosening during strong winds or storms. Small wooden battens are measured, cut, and treated with a preservative to secure the roofing sheets. Since they will be directly under the sheets, this ensures the wood doesn't decay due to moisture. The battens are screwed vertically over the OSB boards with specific gaps. These battens act as a frame or grip to hold the corrugated sheets in place. The roofing sheets are cut along the markings using a circular saw. This keeps the edges smooth, which helps in durability and prevents water leakage. Specialized screws with plastic caps are used to fasten the sheets. These caps seal the screw heads, ensuring no rainwater can seep through the holes. Screws are always driven into the high points of the corrugated sheets, not the valleys. Since water flows through the valleys, screwing into the peaks prevents leaks. The edges of the roofing sheets are manually bent or pressed. This prevents wind from lifting the sheets and gives the roof corners a smoother look. The ridge cap is placed over the peak of the roof. The excess portions at the ends of the ridge cap are trimmed with a handsaw. This helps in perfectly sealing the peak of the roof. After positioning the ridge cap, it is permanently secured with long screws, and the entire roof is inspected. First, a small wooden guide or ledger is attached at the bottom of the wall frame. The reason is to ensure the OSB boards are perfectly aligned and maintain a consistent height from the ground. The first OSB board is placed onto the main wall frame. These boards provide structural strength and keep the frame rigid. Using a drill, the panels are fastened to the wooden studs. This makes the wall durable and prevents it from moving under wind pressure. A long wooden piece or guide rail is clamped to the board. This ensures the cut is perfectly straight and precise when using the circular saw. The boards are cut using an electric circular saw along the markings. This helps speed up the work and fits the panels correctly around window frames. OSB boards are installed on the triangular section below the roof. This closes the gap and prevents rain or wind from entering the cabin. The entire building is wrapped in a special white sheet. This protects the house from water while allowing it to breathe by letting moisture escape from the inside. The house wrap is always installed from the bottom up. This ensures that water flows over the layers and doesn't seep underneath. A staple gun is used to fix the wrap to the wood. This allows for fast installation and keeps the sheet tightly held against the structure. The points where the rafters meet the wall are sealed with tape. This prevents insects or moisture from entering through the roof gaps. High-quality wood for the external frames is sanded smooth. This makes it look aesthetically pleasing and helps the paint adhere better. A dark-colored protective coat is applied to the window frames. This is to ensure that harsh sun or rain doesn't decay the frame wood over time. Finally, the fabricated frames are screwed into the wall and the edges are sealed with black flashing tape. This makes the corners of the windows and doors 100% waterproof. Yakisugi, or charred cedar wood, is selected for the exterior walls. The main reason is that charred wood is naturally fire-resistant, insect-proof, and highly durable. These boards are only 10 millimeters thick and feature a lap siding design. Being thin makes them lightweight, but there's a risk of cracking if not handled carefully. The boards are screwed through the OSB panels directly into the inner wooden studs to ensure a strong and stable attachment. As the boards reach the window frame, they are custom cut to size. This ensures the area around the window is airtight and aesthetically neat. The boards are cut diagonally to match the slope of the roof. This allows the siding to align perfectly with the roof line. Separate wooden trims are prepared to cover the joints where two walls meet. This is done to seal the gaps between the boards at the corners. Two thin pieces of wood are joined to form an L shape. This provides the corners of the house with a sturdy and professional look. A sealant is applied around the window trims. The main reason is to close tiny gaps, preventing air or water from entering the cabin. Work is now underway to build a small veranda and stairs for access in front of the house. This will enhance the beauty of the cabin and ensure convenience for use. To strengthen the foundation of the porch, heavy concrete blocks are first being placed on the ground. This will keep the entire structure away from ground moisture. To prevent any grass or weeds from growing under the porch, a black weed barrier sheet is being laid out and secured with pins across the area. Small stones or gravel are being spread over the sheet. This will help drain rainwater quickly and reduce pest infestations. Thick wooden beams are being placed parallel to the cabin floor to create the main skeleton of the porch. This will serve as the core structure of the porch. The frame boards are being firmly secured to each other and to the cabin's main pillars using metal L brackets and screws. To prevent the porch planks from sagging under weight, additional support wood or joists are being fixed inside the main frame at specific intervals. A separate stair frame is being built for easy access to the porch. This step is designed in a way that it can also be used as a seating bench. Treated wooden planks are being cut to precise measurements with an electric saw to create the porch flooring. Now, the planks are being laid out one by one on the frame. Small gaps are left between each plank so that rainwater can easily drain through. The planks are being placed and screwed onto the veranda frame in the same way. Sideboards or skirting are being installed around the porch to hide the internal frame and joints. This makes the porch look much more beautiful. It is now fully ready for access. Cutting the glass precisely. Using a glass cutter or angle grinder, the glass is divided into two equal parts. This allows for making two window panes from one large sheet. Applying wood glue to joints. High-quality wood glue is applied to the joints before assembly. This makes the frame structure durable and strong. Separate wooden shutters are being built. The main reason is to protect the glass from storms and ensure extra security. A Z-shaped pattern is made on the back of the shutters. This prevents the shutters from sagging over time and increases structural strength. Strong hinges are attached to the window panes and shutters. The goal is to ensure they can be opened and closed smoothly. Small hooks or latches are fixed to lock the window from the inside. This makes the cabin secure from within. Now the work of installing the wooden floor inside the cabin is beginning. A beautiful finished floor is essential for a comfortable and sturdy home. The first floor plank is being placed in alignment with the wall. If this isn't correct, all the subsequent planks might become crooked. The planks are designed with a tongue and groove system, allowing them to fit into each other easily. This ensures there are no gaps between the floorboards. The planks are carefully notched and fitted around the structural posts of the cabin to ensure a perfect finish. A protective wood oil or stain is now being applied to the floor. This brightens the wood and provides long-lasting protection. Work has begun on a large wooden bench or bed in one corner, which can be used for both sitting and sleeping. Shelves are being planned within the wall sections to keep household items organized. Sturdy support blocks are being attached for the shelves to hold heavy items, directly connected to the wall framing. The interior of our dream cabin is ready. This environment is now perfect for spending some peaceful time. If you liked our little effort today, please leave a like, subscribe to stay with us for more, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.